Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Cordi. I'm the self-named Wanderous Yogi. So essentially what I want to do on this channel. So I want to create little sequences, just short yoga videos, short yoga flows that are a little bit different from what's out there. And for me, the concept of yoga and why I started doing yoga is so I could have not just a workout but something to calm me down, to ground me when I'm traveling, when I'm on the road and I don't have a lot of space, I don't have a mat, I don't have anything really. I have my body, I have maybe a towel, and that's what I want to do. Because for me as a woman traveling by myself in Central and South America, it's so hard to find time to work out. And the thing is, I used to be a runner for the longest time, but now also my knees kind of fucked up, but that's a different story. But essentially what I'm getting at is that I didn't really have time to work out, or when I did have time to work out, it was kind of sketchy. Because as a woman by yourself, you don't really want to go out in like Mexico at night and go for a run. Like, you don't do that. Like, you can't really do it, especially when you're by yourself and you're out and you don't have internet, and it's not the best idea probably. And I just didn't want to take the risk. It probably would have been fine, but I just didn't want to take the risk. And the thing is, most hostels, and it doesn't matter where you are or like what are you doing, usually you can find a level surface. It doesn't even have to be that, but just some little space where you can post up with your towel, or if you have a mat, that's perfect. But essentially what I want to show is that you don't have to have a lot of equipment to do yoga. You can do yoga with your breath, which essentially is actually yoga. You can do it in a bathroom, you can do it on a balcony, you can do it out on the beach, you can do it in a freaking hostel kitchen if you don't give a shit. And honestly, do not give a fuck what other people think about you, like what are you doing. If you feel better after a morning practice or after restorative practice before you go to bed, that's perfect, and that's all that matters. And just, fuck the haters, honestly. Like, no, it's your body, and if you want to feel better, then so be it. And yeah, so I want to just create little sequences. And also for me, if you see these sequences out there and it's like, oh, hold for 30 exact seconds, just personally for me, and I don't know what works for you, I'm just speaking from my own experience, I don't want to count when I'm in a pose. I want to focus on being in the pose, on my breath. I want to focus on maybe my thoughts, maybe ground myself, and I don't want to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not what I want to do. So essentially, however long a pose or short feels good for you, that's perfect. Because the truth is, it's your practice. I'm not a teacher, I'm not really an instructor, I'm like a guide, maybe to like guide you through, to like inspire you, to give you some ideas on what you can do or what you could do in that situation. But I'm not ever gonna tell you what exactly to do, because at the end of the day, it's your body, and what works for me might not work for you. And that's what yoga is, at least for me and for a lot of other people too. And I just really also, so the thing is, I got certified as a teacher. I had no clue about yoga before I actually jumped into a 200-hour teacher training in Ecuador, and it was the most incredible experience of my life. It was life-changing, especially when traveling, because like the thing is, I'm so much more grounded. There's so, like, when you travel, when you're on the road, like, doesn't matter, like, if you're not traveling, if you're busy at home, it can get so busy and you can get so wound up. And I just really, for me, because I used to be so stressed out, just taking a little bit of time every day just to myself, that was, and the thing is, it's not selfish, it's, you have to put yourself first sometimes. My mom calls it like selfless egoism. And essentially that's what I want to teach you. Take 15 minutes out of your day, take 10 minutes out of your day to do something that benefits you, your soul and your mind and your body, that nourishes you, and that afterwards you feel better. And if it opens you up emotionally, that's perfect. If you're like, oh sweet, like I'm so flexible now, awesome, like go for it, honestly. And yeah, so essentially also, yeah, so I got certified as a teacher, and the truth is, English is not my first language, as you can probably tell. So teaching for me, especially not really being in the flow already, like right now I'm really just working on developing my personal practice, but I really want to teach and I'm self-conscious. It's just how it is, but I want to get better. Like if I don't teach, I will never get better, and I have to lose the fear of teaching. So also I really want to give you some sequences that you can do wherever you are, no matter what setting, no matter what kind of equipment you have or you don't have. And I'm gonna do little voiceovers so I get comfortable with teaching, because the truth is, at the moment I'm not really ready to instruct and to cue while I'm in the pose, because then my breath is off, and breath is the most important part of yoga. It all goes and like it all stands and falls with the breath, essentially. So you really wanna, like, I still want to get like the benefits of the practice. That's why I'm like, I cannot cue at this point without completely losing my flow of breath. So I figured to do short sequences, and you know, if it's 15 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, if it's 12 minutes, 45 seconds, it doesn't matter, essentially, because just take the time you need to feel better and to feel grounded. And yeah, essentially that's what I want to do. Just short little sequences for on the road. And I'm not perfect. My alignment is not perfect. I just started doing yoga not even 6 months ago. Like, it's January, I started in August, and it's August, September, October, November, December, like 5 months ago. So I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be a teacher. Not even. I'm trying to be maybe a guide. I'm trying to learn and to grow. And if I can give you something of that along the way, and if I help even like one person, if one person watches these videos was like, oh sweet, like this is perfect because I don't have a mat, I don't have any space whatsoever, I'm cramped up in a tiny little hostel in South America, but I can still do yoga because it doesn't matter, then, you know, my job is done, essentially. So if you've made it to this point of the video, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say, like what to do, but thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy my sequences, my little videos. I'm also gonna be posting just pictures on the gram. Yeah, I'm a gram girl now. I'm just gonna like post some pictures. I'm gonna try and write out the sequences with the, like, just with the benefits and everything, so you can actually like read it up, like what the poses are, how long you can or you could be in those to have a flow of a certain time. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this project because it's a personal development and growth project that I want to take on for 2018. And love you guys. Pura vida. Namaste.